So that's the analogy that I think best describes this. The people that I was with didn't know I was in the hospital. They didn't know I had to go on steroids. They didn't know that I couldn't walk by myself. And so it was just a really awful thing. So it's just a warning. I'm trying to help you. A lot of people try to be helpful, and sometimes it turns out that they make you feel a lot worse. But you have to just say, look, I know my body better than anybody else, and I am getting better every single day. And I am. And, you know, we were saying that it's hard to be able to tell if the Tysabri is really helping me or if this is just the natural progression after steroids, because it all happened at once. Like the shaking and the car accident. I don't know if I haven't really talked about that, have I?
I don't think you have.
This all started, I was really stressed from my job. Such a long story. I have a background in TV. I know I've talked about that. I worked in New York City. I had an internship at Good Morning America, and I did great there, by the way. Physically, I did great. And I was working with Diane Sawyer and all these celebrities. I met Stifler. I met so many different people, and I was great. And then I came home, and for a lot of different reasons, I ended up finding a job, coming across this job where I sold urinal mats, like mats that you put by urinals, and like bathroom supplies, and it's a long story, but it sucked, and I hated it. And I'm like, oh my God, I could be working in New York right now. I could have worked there, but I was only there for a summer, and because of the stress and the intensity of the job and of living in New York, it wasn't something that my body could handle. But anyway, the whole urinal mat thing sort of threw my body into a loop. And so I started, my hands not like they weren't trembling like they have been lately, but they started shaking and my neck started shaking. And I told my family, I said, I don't think this is good. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I said, I think it's stress. I said, I need to find a new job. The urinal mat thing isn't working out for me. So I ended up getting not really yelled at by my boss. I never did anything wrong, but they didn't know, my boss didn't know that I had MS. So that's problem number one. I should have told them from the beginning. But they were having me drive around and go into different places. But with MS, I have they're called plaques. It's cuts on my brain, and so I have cognitive problems. And with directions, like driving directions, I have absolutely no way of making sense of it. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but just know that I have a lot of trouble with driving directions. So they were having me drive all over the place in Wixom, Michigan, which is an hour away from here. I'm totally not familiar with the area. And I was getting stressed, but I didn't want to tell them that I had MS. So I got yelled at for not dropping off some mats to a business because I got lost. I just went home. It was late. It was like 4:30 in the afternoon. So I was thinking I'll just have someone tell me how to get there in the morning. Well, I got yelled at right before I left for work. It was a Friday. So I was really upset when I got in the car, and my tremors, which I didn't know what they were, had already started, and my neck was shaking. I shouldn't have been driving. Thank God that I, survived and I didn't hurt anyone else. But I got in a rollover car accident. I totaled my car. It was the scariest thing that's ever happened to me, and I remember every single second of it. So it scares the crap out of me. I hate driving. I don't drive, but I hate when I'm with someone and they're driving. I hate it. But anyway, that's how this all started. And then I went to my doctor, and that's when I couldn't walk, and my tremors were really bad, and that's when I shot my first video. So if you watch my first video compared to this one, and you saw me walking, you'll know that I have definitely improved, like almost 100%. So to hear someone call and say, oh my God, she looks terrible, I never knew, that's not Lauren. Lauren's always so happy and cheerful, and that's not her. It breaks my heart because I'm trying my best. See if I can stop it. So, I think that I'm doing really well, and the tremors will go away. And again, it's like, okay, Lauren, just be patient. And I'm trying.
Take a great, big, deep breath.
It's hard.
And then I think our battery's just about running out. So.
Okay. Well, that's really all I had to say for today. So I'll report next week. And hopefully, again, I feel like I've gotten better from last week to this week, even though all this happened. And hopefully next week will be even better than now. So I'll report next week. Okay, bye.